ready to move on at this point. Do you need, Mr. Hammond?
No,
He has to reconvene.
Oh, that's right. We've got to come back into session. There you go. I need a motion for us to come back to session.
A motion.
I have a motion from Mr. Peavy that we return from executive session. Do we have a second? We have a second from Mr. Hall. All in favor? Motion carries. It is now 7:06. We will move then to new business to discuss and act on a Christmas bonus for employees. And you have in your packet information about bonuses that we've given at various times over the years. In the past, we've done various things. We've done parties, gatherings, meals, prizes, bonuses. And so you can see what we've done 2022, 2021, 2023, and 24. The question is, what do you want to do? Last year, we gave bonuses, and we had a gathering as well. And this time, I think it's been suggested that we have something at City Hall. Is that correct, Jamie?
And we were just gonna have finger food,
Okay.
and they did not wanna have a party or go out to eat.
Okay. So the question is, the bonus that we give the employees.
Well, I wanna be selfish for a moment though. I appreciate our employees, but I also know that there's several of us that take a lot of our time that maybe we would want to get together for Christmas. Not necessarily, obviously we've given up any type of bonus or anything, gift card that we would get, but we give up a lot of our time and take a lot of the brunt of people complaining about the things that we do. So it's not just the city employees. I don't care, that's just my thoughts on it.
Other thoughts?
I get what you're saying. I haven't looked at it from that perspective, but yeah. I actually met before coming here tonight. Because being on council, we make decisions that don't make people happy. I'm thinking, how many nights have I given up, not taking my daughter any night to come up here? I hadn't thought. Yeah.
What do you think? What would you like to do? We've gone to different places. We've gone, as you can see, we've gone to Wyndham. I think that's what we did last year. We went to Wyndham. 21, we went to High Cotton. But we've done, over the years, we did a number of things where gatherings were planned, meals. So,
What if we done something at City Hall upstairs and had it catered or something?
Well, that's what we had discussed, and Sanitation Solutions gives those hands.
I don't
Surely
think
we
they're
could
gonna
find
do this year.
somebody to cater.
They're usually already given to us, but they have.
Burgers.
burgers?
We do have someone that could,
I know what we'll do.
cater.
I know what we can do.
Go to Burger
I
Land?
think we should have DK Burgers cater.
Actually, we could do it there. We could do it at his business. Maybe he would open just for us.
Eat there and go for that.
Yeah.
And we're supporting local as well.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I just think it's a little.
Are you interested?
Are you interested?
Okay.
So do we have a?
Then I'll make a motion that I'm totally putting you on the spot.
But what about bonuses?
We still need to discuss employees
That's what
getting money.
That's what I'm figuring out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much do you think that would cost? I know that's.
I don't even know how many people you're talking.
15.
15 plus
Well,
us.
plus 6.
4,
Maybe
7,
21.
8, 9.
So, and
To
then.
Mr. Hamilton? No, we're inviting you.
It's completely ballpark, about 30.
I need to take.
Because you're talking
And this is
spouses.
how you get the best price.
You're talking
On the spot.
spouses as well.
Yes, it includes spouses.
And spouses. What about children?
So 21 times 2, 42.
Just say 50 people.
There you go.
Rough numbers.
If we were to pick a night that you're not normally open,
We close on Tuesday and Wednesday, so.
He doesn't want to work on his off days.
just to clarify, and that it's kind of back to Ms. Lane's comment. Members of the council spend a lot of time, and I know we're highly paid to begin with, but we don't do this because we're paid. We do it because we have an interest in the community and that sort of thing. But it's also nice, the times that we've had gatherings, it's always been really nice because you see people in a different light than you do, when you're meeting here. People are more comfortable with each other and you get to know people better. So it's kind of whatever you all want to do.
Well, we're figuring it out.
I think he carried the one twice. I saw it in your head.
I've seen your award, but I didn't count you.
He's calculating.
So,
Everybody
have you a motion?
Well,
you
I
just
want
give
to
us
figure
some
that out, to see
price.
if we
Okay,
have
you're
enough
working
that
on-
we can give out.
Okay.
And 776 was
For
the cheapest.
ballpark 50 people, if everybody got singles, including drinks, fries,
We
I
could
think
bring
it's
a hundred.
650 straight across.
Oh, okay.
How much?
650.
Oh, yeah.
It's cheaper now, it's like you can. Oh, Brian,
So Benji, if we do that,
You keep your hands off his calculator.
if we do that,
Can we say this sounds crazy because this sounds very business.
750?
Can we? I think it'd be better to call 700. We put them on the spot. I think let's call it 700.
hey,
I know. Let's call it around.
let's do 750 and we can do the 250.
That's
I think
$15
it's
a person at 50
Yeah.
people. That's 750.
Okay.
Yep.
I think
And when
750
you do
for
the bottom
50.
line.
750.
What you're gonna cater, $15 a plate, is not what you're gonna be anywhere in the season.
But thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes.
That was calculating off of like the most basic meal would come out to about 60-ish.
Well, and we could do.
Well-
And you're fine with cooking 50 basic meals, and then they can add mayonnaise, mustard, whatever they want, and then don't even offer
Could we
the
do,
doubles.
like,
or
if we
triples.
just go get a
Let's go all
have him
make
do
them
a
up.
regular
You can
person
have
fries.
half of mine.
Tea and water.
Yeah, and we can have like a spread of
Now we're talking.
whatever. People can just do their own stuff.
I mean, I would be okay even going to 750 and letting the employees choose. I mean, I say let's go with. Would you be okay saying 750 for that? I mean,
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree with him. If it says singles, that's fine, because otherwise it'll slow down the grill so much.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Singles, be able to add what they want to on it at 750. And
Maybe
then,
even some mushrooms on
and then at 750, what's that leave us over that we could give
there.
for?
We could do the 3750, and that would give us 4,500. So if they all got 250 apiece and a meal, we're sitting at 45.
We're sitting at what?
4,500.
What would 200 leave us at?
It would leave us at 3750.
No, that's 250.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Ashley, he didn't hear you.
So we got 15
I was talking to myself.
Hmm.
That would leave us actually with less cost than
We
last
ever
year.
have.
Yes.
I think
How many employees?
15.
15.
Yeah, that would have them at 750. That would have each employee with a $250 bonus.
That's at 4,500.
That's at a $4,500 budget.
Mhm.
That's having your cake and eating it too, right?
Absolutely. Christmas on the come.
City Hall, you want to grant 15 people to 14 seats.
I'd say City Hall.
I got to check it out.
Yeah, I can help carry.
Did we budget for 4,500 for the Christmas?
What was our budget?
Do you know what our budget was for that part of it?
$1,000. Oh, our budget's only $1,000?
That's what you guys voted on
For the Christmas?
For the,
for
well,
Christmas and
then where are they coming up with this 4,500 here?
That's how much was spent the last few years.
And she's just saying here, if each employee receives 300, that's how
Yeah.
much it would be. Right, but if it's a big deal that we can't spend over $1,000, then how is it already here? I'm just thinking.
It was just guess, like, okay, we know we budgeted 1,000, but this is what we suggest.
I'm just thinking out loud.
Yeah. Because apparently during budget, we only budgeted
only
$1,000 for this. The Christmas party
Yeah.
stuff. That puts us a lot over budget. Right.
Well, with burgers, that leaves each employee roughly $16.70.
So if you were, I mean, we're gonna go with that much on budget, that's what I'm wondering, because I didn't realize I forgot that we had budgeted. But I also want to show that we appreciate our employees, that's important.
But if budget was already only set at $1,000, then how were we coming up with these figures
Yeah,
of saying $300 per employee or $250 per employee if we knew that the
If
budget
we
was
knew that
only
it's gonna be over.
1,000?
So I guess the question is, how much do we feel comfortable going over? Because we're gonna be going over if we give out anything.
Because 1,000 divided by 15 is how much? $66.
$67 each.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
What did it come out to?
$67 a person
Without a meal.
With
without
that
anything.
budget.
It's $1,000, 15 people, you get $67 each.
That's what we budgeted, I mean, that's.
Do we have it to take from somewhere else?
You always have that surplus that was the $199, but you're gonna go, it's up to y'all. I'm sorry, you have the surplus of $199,000. If you take it from somewhere else, you're gonna be short somewhere else within the budget because that's just the numbers that were adopted and that usually is spent throughout the year.
So if we take 3,000 from that 199, we're still at 196, and we can give everybody $200 and a meal. I'm okay with that. So I'll make a motion, we do the meal at $7.50, each employee receiving 200, and that will cost us a grand total of $37.50.
And that the excess be taken from.
It will be an extra $2,750 taken out of the surplus.
We have a second. We have a motion for Mr. Peter, we have a second from Mr. Hall, all in favor? Motion carries. Thank you.
No, just put that.
And let me just kind of add this, regardless of how much or how little we give, I hope the employees know that we appreciate it. Because we know that you deserve a whole lot.
Wish it could be a lot more.
Absolutely.
We just don't have it.
Okay, B, changing the electrical bill for the sign on the square from the chamber to the city. And most of you probably know the history of the sign. And that originally that sign was associated with the public school, the ISD. And the controls for the sign were over in here, the office for the ISD was here. When they moved out there, they left the gizmo that runs it here, but they had the controls at the city, at the school. And so if anybody got a sign, any message on that sign, they had to go through the tech person at the high school in order to do that. And then at some point, the school gave it to the chamber.
Yes, and I want to introduce myself. I'm Brian Owen. I'm here on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce today. This sign was given to the Chamber of Commerce, I want to say 3-4 years ago?
4 or 5 years.
Yeah, 4 or 5. At the time, it gets screwed. But anyhow, it was given to us, and we accepted maintaining it and taking care of it from then on as far as being our asset. What we did not know and were not aware of at the time is that it has its own electrical meter. We had assumed, and that old saying is surely true about what you assume, because it has made us look like that. I get a call from the superintendent that there's an electric meter for that sign. I was like, wow, I thought it was just part of the city, the lights, I just thought it was part of that, or I assumed that. So I told him I would pay him for this last quarter of the year, because that's when he brought it up to my attention. Would that be okay if I paid for that last quarter of the year? Because I didn't want our ISD paying for something that's not theirs. And he said yes, so I've done that with the chamber, but here's what I want to ask the city council to do, is if we can wire the sign, the electronic sign out here, into our infrastructure with the lights that go around the buildings and the street lights. The actual cost of electricity is $3 to $8 a month. Because it's all LED, it's all low cost, it's very low. The meter charges are more than the electric charges. So the bill is about $25 plus taxes, comes to about $30, $32 a month. And that's what it's historically been for a long time, I was told. I would rather the Chamber of Commerce not have a meter or a phone or anything else in its name, just because of the changes that goes through, the different it makes it really impossible to run a chamber and keep up with all that stuff. If something happened to our Chamber of Commerce, it is my wishes and the rest of the officers' wishes at this point in time that assets such as a sign and things like that would come to the city of Honey Grove. Anything that we've invested, we always do that with.
The sign has to go back to the school.
Is it to the school? Okay, but most of our assets would come, so if we give it away, it has to go back to the school. The school probably wouldn't want it, because they didn't want it with us, so they'd probably end up with the city. I always go with that mentality that the city would ultimately be the owners of something, or responsible for something, because even the lights, I mean, it would be the city's responsibility. Y'all help us maintain that. We paid initially for it. So what I'm asking, long story short, is if we can connect to the city's electric, and it costs $60, $75 a year, and that money can be taken out of the economic development fund that we've already got set up, that there's not a lot of stuff coming out of, but if the economic development fund could go to pay for that, we of course can put messages that y'all need up from the city. If you'll just let me know, I can do that, supposed to be from my phone, although I'm not that technically advanced yet. I'm good to do it from my computer at the store, and I can make that happen. So if y'all needed to make a special announcement or something like that, we can do that. I can work it out by a basic membership. I don't expect y'all to do this for nothing, but I want to see if we can do that without the chamber having to take over a meter. So is there any questions?
And you said it's roughly 30 to 32 a month?
That's right now with the
Basically because of the service
meter.
charge.
Yeah, it's a service charge is
Okay.
what you're paying.
So like
if we go-
$360
if we
a
eliminate
year?
that meter, it'd be cheap, like $60-$70 a year, I'm thinking, actual usage.
How
Oh,
much,
if you eliminate the meter and hook it into
Yeah.
ours, yeah.
Yeah.
how much would it cost to get it transferred?
That's
I don't know that it would cost anything to get it transferred, because you're not transferring it. You would be killing that meter and
Just
taking
connecting.
that power and running it into, now, I don't know what those fees would be, but we could talk to Hargis probably and see if they can, I mean, they just did a $30,000 job for us.
Yeah,
And so I'm sure maybe we could get them to see if they could hook that sign up into our since they know where our electrics are, to see if, I mean, that, I never thought about that. I should have thought about that. Thought I thought of everything, but I didn't think of that.
Could we,
Find out first before we make a decision?
give us an opportunity to see how we can do it?
Absolutely, absolutely. I just wanted to bring it to the city and to the council as soon as I knew about what we were gonna need to do. I'll take care of it and make it right with the school until we get it done right. I just wanted to put it on y'all's radar and let you know if you had any questions to ask me. But yeah, we can, that's fine.
We're trying to figure out how we can do it, if we can do it.
Okay.
Are you going to reach out to Hargis or?
I think between Charles and I, we can get with Hargis and have them, that's the company I would trust, since they know where our electrics are, since they did all the lights, they kind of know where our power is and how it flows. They would know the most economically way to hook that into.
I'm okay with that. I don't want it to, we say, oh yeah, let's do it. And they say, hey, it was 2,500 to.
Oh, no, I wouldn't want to put that
Yeah.
kind of, I would not.
Yeah.
So let's get a price on what that's gonna cost. And
Sure.
I don't see an issue with it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, then let me come back to,
Yeah,
with more
absolutely.
information on the next meeting with that
Yep,
information,
that'd be
and then
great.
y'all can make that determination.
That would be
Awesome.
wonderful. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
Okay, C is water meter testing and charging the customers $60 if the meter returns in good working order. Charles, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yes, so if we've had a bunch of complaints about high water usage, and a bunch of customers saying that the meters are bad, the meters are overheating. Our supplier, Underground Utilities, said that they will come by on Wednesdays, pick the meters up, if we pull them out, switch them out, they will take them back to all you and test them, but there's a $60 charge. So if the meter test bad, we would pay the $60 charge. If there's nothing wrong with the meter, then that $60 would go back to the customer. Saying that the meter is good. There's no fault.
So that $60 is the straight cost.
And that's not fixing it, that's just testing it?
Yes.
Yeah, because if it's a broke meter, it's.
How long does it take for you to change one out?
I don't think that should go to the customer.
10, 15 minutes.
Because they're our meters.
But it's the end result is proving that there's nothing wrong with the meter, so you still have to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
But if your meter's bad, then we'll adjust your bill.
I understand. I was making sure 60 was enough, because if y'all spend 2 hours out there changing a meter out, that's nothing wrong with it.
No.
They
the
need
meters-
more than 60.
The equipment to test the meter used is about $12,000. And we don't do enough of them to justify investing.
No, I'm not saying we do that either. I'm just saying.
Right, right.
We just want to be sure that council is okay with the process and trying to work with the customer who says, my meter is not working right, and I have a high water bill this month. And then also to not have them saddled with the cost if our meter is not, if it is defective. Yeah.
Okay, I just need clarification. They're gonna pay $60. If the meter's bad, they get their $60 back.
No, they won't pay until we get the results back.
But if it's bad, they pay the $60 back to the city.
No, if it's bad, we pay for it.
No, if the meter is bad, the city pays them $60. If the meter is good, then it's on the resident to pay the $60
For the test,
for the test.
If they request.
if they request
Yeah.
it. If they request it.
Yes.
Then I make a motion that we would do that water meter testing at $60, and then for some reason that there is a mistake on our end that the city would eat that, but if, did I say that right? Then if it's good, then
They
the
have to
citizen would have to pay that.
Second.
We have a motion from Mr. Hall that we follow this process in working with customers. And we have a second from Mr. Peavy. All in favor? Motion carries. Then D is maintenance of the out-of-service fire hydrants, Charles.
Uh,
Oh,
Fire, the fire department was supposed to be here to talk on that. I haven't heard from him all day. What it is Joey Rickman Senior he is a city manager at Savoy, and he's got a guy that will come, and I think we have 15 bad hydrants out here. Well, this guy for $50 will come and fix every hydrant that's messed up.
50 each.
$50 per hydrant. We got 15 of them, so that's 750, and he can have them fixed, in operating order.
What does it mean that they're not operational?
Some of those hydrants may not be bad. There are quite a few fire hydrants around town that do not have a leak valve, which is a way to isolate the fire hydrant from the main line. The hydrants have not been used in many, many years. They haven't been operated. So you take a chance when you open one up that you can't close it back down. And then you have to shut the whole water main off and service the hydrant.
Is that not something we're able to do instead of paying him $50 per hydrant if we know that that's the issue?
We do not have the tools to work on hydrants, to replace the seats.
If you notice, there's quite a few hydrants around town with black garbage sacks on them. That's why.
How much do those tools cost?
And
I don't know.
it sounds like to me that this really shouldn't be too much of a debate. If we have hydrants, fire hydrants that are defective,
I was all in favor for it because one of the said hydrants are in my front yard, so my house catches on fire. I'd like it fixed.
right.
Do we have anything signed from him, or is that, I mean, we have,
It's $50 is what he charged Savoy, and he said he'd do the same for us, but
Right.
Joey didn't show up, so.
Just getting something in writing, I think, would be ideal. I take your word for it, but you know what I mean.
So if we get something that is an agreement that's stated at $50 per fire hydrant, then we'd be fine with it.
And all 15 of those are not working or possibly not working?
Possibly, they haven't been tested.
Okay, so is it $50 regardless, like to inspect it, or?
I know he tested and fixed everyone that he. I asked Joey what the fire department could do to fix these, and he said, we don't have the tools and we can't afford the tools.
I guess getting something in writing and maybe finding out if he tests them and there's nothing wrong with them, is he still gonna charge us? That's the question.
Yeah.
We can table this till the next meeting.
Okay.
Hopefully my house
And then maybe you
won't
can
burn
get
down.
with Joey and ask him those
Why he
questions
didn't
and
show up
see.
tonight.
Yeah. That question too.
Good start. Okay. All right, bring this back to the next meeting. That brings us to the last item, setting a workshop date.
Can I go back
You can.
to the Christmas party? Can
Yeah.
I just mention something about that?
You can mention that.
Can we discuss a date?
oh, and I guess that's important.
Because we kind of need to know that because Christmas is pretty close. Yeah, couple weeks. We need to let this guy know how many burgers we need.
Do you have a date suggestion?
That's a good question.
What day works best for you?
Any Tuesday, Wednesday, I just have to text the beef guy.
Any
and say
Tuesday,
I'm just on.
Tuesday or Wednesday night?
I'm assuming our workshop would be next Tuesday because we
Next
can't do
Tuesday.
it. Well, I'm assuming. Do we? So this kind of brings us to E on new business as far as the workshop
I
date.
think on
Do
the
we
work-
have
I
anything?
don't think we have a workshop this month, I think.
So we just do it on
Yeah.
next Tuesday and say no workshop?
I just suggested that we needed to put it on the agenda just in case we thought we
Right.
needed a workshop.
But if we can replace that
Sure.
with a Christmas party, then I'm here for that.
Is that
Should be
good?
good with the 17th.
17th. I already had it on the calendar for workshop anyways.
Do you have a motion? Oh, wait, we already, no, just said.
Yeah, we just said.
Yeah, so 17th.
17th at time?
And no workshop.
What time?
What time works for everybody?
Cool, so I'm just cooking for you guys, so.
And I mean, we want to make sure that everybody has
6?
time to get home from
Yeah.
work. If people work out of town at 5, maybe
6 o'clock?
6 okay with you?
What time?
6 okay with y'all?
6 o'clock?
6.
Come and go as
6
you
okay with
please.
you?
Okay.
Because the new city that day at 4:30, if I can get work for that and get back, that's what I think. We push it to like 6:37.
I'm okay with 6:30.
Yeah, we could do 6:30.
I just think I've missed a lot of our meetings.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to.
No, I would much rather.
And we don't want you to choose between
No.
your kid and
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just push it back a little closer to 7.
But hopefully we will come in a close second.
We can continue to have this discussion. I'm gonna close the meeting. I'm gonna adjourn the meeting officially. We're just deciding the date. So it's 7:37, we're adjourned. So let's decide the date. Whatever works for you all will work. 6:30, did you say?
7:37. What did he say too? What do y'all think? 6:30.
We can call it 6, it's gonna take a while, I mean, that's a lot of burgers to make.
He's off all day long.
Yeah, and if we started at 6, then I mean, we're
Come in, you
literally